Okay, so today I'm going to start installing the strapping. I picked up 1/2" wood strapping, and so this will be sort of lining the walls horizontally at, I'm not sure what the spacing is yet, but basically a 1/2" offset so that I can add my additional 1/2" of insulation. So that's to cover the in-between spaces and, you know, break that thermal bridge that's happening with the studs here. So that'll be happening on the two walls side to side, so I will lose an inch overall, and then I will be doing the same thing on the ceiling, so I'll be losing another inch there. I'll be installing this with an impact drill and then basically using these self-tapping screws here. You can see that's plenty of meat to get in, and then the heads are nice and flush, so they'll be kind of sunk. I'll pre-drill the holes through the wood strapping so that they don't split. Now, I don't have the design completely figured out yet, but basically the idea for, say, bed is that I would like to have sort of a hinge down bed on both sides. Have this sort of scenario where you can have a full queen size bed, but if you're in here during the day and don't want a bed set up, the reason why I have sort of two fold downs, the left side here can sort of fold up, use those cushions and sort of use as a backrest to sort of convert this right side, I'm going to call it the main side, into a couch. It needs to be sort of low profile so that when the walls go up, I still have enough room to like park a quad in here. Like to sort of design it in a way so that, let's say this side is down and so you have somewhere to sit, and that side is up, maybe there's an additional thing on the back side of that bed so that it can fold down and be a desk or a table or a workbench. But essentially my sort of plan, because I'm going to have this sort of hinge point and that's going to be taking a sort of heavy load of like an entire person, I need a very strong and sturdy surface to sort of support that hinge point. So I picked up 2 pieces of maple, a nice hardwood. It's 3/4 inch by 8 feet, and basically I'm going to line that probably at where this mark is, and so it's sort of like the right sitting height, and it gives me, you know, enough meat to sort of screw in some hinges along the way and sort of use that as like a mounting point for these this fold down furniture. I do have to plan where I'm running my electrical, so my wiring is going to be sort of in between this 1/2" space, and so I won't be installing the insulation right away because I need to figure that out first. I think I'm just going to start with the bottom row, that way I can keep the floor sort of pressed down at both sort of edges at the width of the trailer. The floor kind of scoops up a bit. The flooring, for some reason, at this joint likes to come undone, so I think if I get the first piece of strapping in, hold that down, and keep the floor intact. Okay. First piece of strapping is in. Why do I care so much? Well, I think if I do this right, I think it'll make my life easier for the rest of the work. So I'll kind of show you what I did here in my process. I just measured my piece of strapping, cut it to size, and then marked all the center marks on the studs. And then basically I used these nice self-drilling countersunk screws, so it's nice and flush. So when I go in to install my wall finish, there's nothing to interfere with that. Now I have a 1/2" to work with that will allow me to run my wiring and basically add another layer of insulation. It's holding the floor down good now, and so I don't think I have to worry about that floor coming up anymore here. I started doing the strapping. Today I'm basically just going to keep marching forward and sort of finish that so that I can move along and install the insulation and start doing some wiring. I guess I can show you visually better now the sort of, I guess, detail that I'm coming up with. Nice piece of wood here. This is going to be kind of remained exposed, and this is like the mounting plate where the hinge bed will come in, and then this is a strapping that will sort of support the wall panel, the finished wall panel. And you can see there's a bit of a lip here, and so that's basically to account for the thickness of the wall finish. Now I can sort of infill this void here with another 1/2 inch of insulation. Yeah, I'm gonna set the strapping on this side perfectly the width of this board, so it's sort of, you know, the most efficient layout possible. I already accounted for the added 1/2 inch of insulation and strapping when I made my 2x3 window frame here. Yeah, I think it's turning out great. I gotta figure out this detail. I think I'm gonna go to the drawing board, try to figure that one out. I think I figured out how to finish this detail in the corner. Basically, I picked up a pocket jig, and you can see here I kind of made up a little mock-up. It allows you to drill a hole at a 15-degree angle and then sort of join those materials together. So you can kind of see that there coming together nicely, and it's like super sturdy. Looking at the trailer, I think I can kind of do that same application here. Okay, so that's pretty much all the strapping installed now, besides the pieces on the ceiling that are going to go across, but I need to go get some more for that. And now I got a nice, you know, even surface to install my cross strapping for the cedar planks. I think this detail finish is actually really nice. I'm really glad I went out and bought that little jig. Every day making a little bit more progress on this project. Aroma cedar. That's gonna be nice on the ceiling.